What's up everybody and welcome. Today we'll be going over some of the nominations for the Game Awards. Now originally I had gone through every single nomination and the video was about 45 minutes long, and I didn't think anyone would want to watch a 45-minute video of me blabbing on about the Game Awards nominations, so I cut it down dramatically. So we won't be going over everything, but the things I've cut out is, things you won't miss. Now in this video I am ad-lipping the entire thing. I am not reading off a script, so if I stumble I do apologise. I try my very best to edit most of that out, but hopefully I haven't missed anything. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to keep this nice and brief, nice and quick, so you can get straight into the video, so I don't make this video any longer than it already is. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Follow me on Twitter and leave a like for the video if you do enjoy, and subscribe for more. And I shall catch you all later. Enjoy the video. Alright, best action and adventure. Best action / adventure, sorry. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ghost of Tsushima, blah 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 blah. You can see them all here. I voted for Ghost of Tsushima because I generally think that is the best action / adventure game out of this entire list. I loved that game. Was incredible. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, it's on my list to play from what I've seen. It's not very... I mean, I'll probably go into this more in the review when I review it. I really don't know how this game's going to play, but Assassin's Creed's not very Assassin's Creedy anymore, should we just say. The game looks fun, and I hope it's fun, but I also hope it's not too repetitive, and that worries me. Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales I have not played because I don't own a PlayStation 5. I know I can get this on the PlayStation 4, but I don't want to ruin the experience for me. From what I played on the original Spider-Man, I do think that it was a fantastic game. Whether it stacks up to the list you've got here, I don't think it does personally. So I don't think Marvel's going to win, nor do I think Ori and the Will of the Wisps is going to win. Star Wars might win. I don't think The Last of Us should win this. I generally think Ghost of Tsushima is probably the best one on here. So that's my vote, and I think... I don't know how many awards The Last of Us is going to take. Either The Last of Us is going to get this, or Ghost of Tsushima is going to get this. I think Ghost of Tsushima deserves this win. Innovation in accessibility. That's a tongue twister. I went for The Last of Us Part 2. No matter my thoughts on this game, and I do have my thoughts on this game. If you want to know more, you can watch the review, which is linked down below. One of the things I praised in the review was the accessibility options. It was, quite frankly, just incredible. It was amazing. If The Last of Us Part 2 doesn't win this, I'll be shocked because it definitely deserves to win it. Watch Dogs Legion also had some accessibility options. It just wasn't as extensive as The Last of Us Part 2. I'm seriously impressed on what they did with that game to make sure everyone could play it. It's quite impressive. Best indie game, I definitely think it should go to Fall Guys. Fall Guys, I love Fall Guys. It is so funny. It is so fun. It's surprisingly rage-inducing for some people. I could play with a few friends and they get really annoyed. I've never found the game personally to be rage-inducing. I just find it hysterical. Just everything about it I just find funny. Whether it'll take the win, I don't know, because there's a lot of strong titles on here. My prediction for this is Hades. Hades is going to win Best Indie Title. I would like Fall Guys to win it. Oh, I cancelled my vote. I would like Fall Guys to win it, but I don't think it will. Hades will take the win. Best Art Direction. Now, the description for this is for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Now, the animation part is why I voted for The Last of Us Part 2. I've said it 1,000 times and I'll say it 1,000 more. I have my issues with The Last of Us Part 2, mainly in its storytelling and the fact I thought it was awful. But you can't deny the achievements for the rest of the game. The Last of Us Part 2's animation, it was amazing. I think it even beats Ghost of Tsushima's. I think it beats Ghost of Tsushima's animation by miles. The reloading, even when you're on your workbench, the design and the effort that was put into, like, when Ellie or Abby upgrades their guns, it's just visually stunning. And the graphics, what they've done with the graphics is even better. No small detail went unmissed in The Last of Us Part 2, and you can really see it. And I think The Last of Us Part 2, out of all these games, The Last of Us Part 2 deserves to win deserves to win this. It just deserves to win this category. There's no other ways to it. I love Ghost of Tsushima. Hades, I'm sure, has pretty good animation. I've just got to go with The Last of Us. I think out of all of them, The Last of Us deserves it. Best narrative. Outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. Well, you guys know I wasn't going to pick The Last of Us for this. I have massive problems with the way The Last of Us 2 story was delivered. In the fact, I thought it was awful. I thought it was just absolutely terrible. That's a very controversial point, and I'm aware of that. So I won't talk about it too much. But no, I don't think it deserves to win this category, and I'll go into why later. I will go into why later. Hades. I hate Hades. I've got to play Hades, guys. I've said it like 3 times in this video. Hades has got to be on my list because I've just had nothing but good things about that game. But I think, for me, personally, Ghost of Tsushima once again takes the win here. The journey from beginning to end was like nothing I've experienced in a while. And I thought it was a fantastic journey. It really was a fantastic journey from start to finish, through the sound design, the audio, the storytelling, the emotional connections I got with people. It was amazing. What do I think is going to take the win? Oh, but forget everything else on this list. It's going to be between The Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima. It is going to be between those two games. What do I think is going to take the win? Oh, I generally don't know. Oh, it's going to be so close between The Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima. I think The Last of Us is going to take it. I just got this feeling. I just got a feeling The Last of Us will take it. I hope to God it doesn't, but I got a feeling it will. Finally, the one you've been waiting for, Game of the Year. Now, are you surprised that I picked Ghost of Tsushima? Are you? I'm not, and neither should you be. And here's my reasoning. Let's have a look at the nominees. Doom Eternal. I don't think that game is nearly popular enough to win Game of the Year. Out of everything on this list, I don't feel like it's enough. Ghost of Tsushima, you know my feelings of Ghost of Tsushima. Fantastic visuals, fantastic audio, fantastic story, fantastic gameplay. It's all in one package, and with the free multiplayer update as well, I really think Ghost of Tsushima deserves to win this one. Hades, as I've said like 300 times in this video, I have not played it, but I really want to. I think Hades stands a strong chance of winning. People are in love with this game. I think it has a strong chance. Animal Crossing has been a saving grace for a lot of people during the lockdown this year. I don't think it's got what it takes to stand up to some of the big titles here. I don't think Animal Crossing is going to get it. Now, The Last of Us Part 2. Let's briefly talk about why this game doesn't deserve Game of the Year. Okay? Putting my feelings aside. Now, as you know, I didn't like the storytelling in this game. I thought the direction was awful. I thought the pacing was terrible. I could go on and on and on and on and on about the list of things I did not like about this game. It had good visuals. You know, I've already talked about the animation and the accessibility options. I thought were fantastic. I don't think The Last of Us Part 2 deserves to win Game of the Year because of how divided it is. How divided the fan base is. Game of the Year to me means like a universal love for a game. And The Last of Us Part 2 has quite a few different groups of people. You've got the people that love the game. They'll defend it to death. Some people call it game of the generation. I don't quite agree with that personally. But people are calling this, that's the group they're in. They love the game. Everything about the game. Game of the year. Game of the generation to them, right? Then you've got the people who are like, yeah, it was alright. It was alright. Didn't mind the story. Didn't mind the gameplay. Gameplay was a bit boring, sort of the same as The Last of Us Part 1. They didn't really enjoy that. Then you got the people who are like, I really don't like this game. You got people like me. I'm in this category where I'm like, I appreciate like the gameplay, and I appreciate the animation, but I hated the story. I hated the story to the point where I cannot pick up this game again. This story was just not well told, and it was not for me. And then you've got the people who absolutely hate this game. Hate it to a passion. They don't like the visuals, they don't like the characters or the story, or they don't like anything to do with this game. And then I shall throw in for good value the people who don't like the game as just for the fact they've never played the game. But on the other end of that, there are people who will love this game to despise the people who hate the game who's never played it. So there's people on both ends. People have got to understand there's people in there who's never played The Last of Us Part 2 that hate it because that's like the trend or something. But then you got people who love The Last of Us Part 2 who's also never played it and just watched like reviews and like, you know, let's plays and stuff. So there's people on both ends. My point being, this game has so many, it's so divided in its fan base. I don't think it deserves purely because of that. They have made a game that has created a fraction. It's created a divide between the fan base. Now you talk to a Ghost of Tsushima fan, and everyone's like, yeah, this game is incredible. This game's so good. Did you do this? And did you do that? Yeah, it was really good. And you talk to a Hades fan, and I know because I've seen Hades fans and I've spoken to Hades fans, and they're like, oh, did you talk to this character and do this? And how many tries did it take you to do that? And it was really, they're so passionate about it. But when you talk about The Last of Us Part 2, only one thing is ever brought up. It's story. And people love it or they hate it. And they're so divided in it. They're so divided in it. I don't think a community who is so broken, for lack of a better word, they are a broken community. They cannot agree with each other. And this is the way Naughty Dog designed the game. And I don't think a game like that deserves to win over a game that the whole package. Game of the Year to me is everything in a package. The animation, the story, the gameplay, the community, and like how much fun they had with. That's what makes Game of the Year to me. And The Last of Us Part 2 is just not that. What do I think is going to win? I honestly have no idea. I think it's going to be, it's going to be between Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us Part 2, and I think Hades. I think Hades could steal so many awards this year. I think people will be surprised on how well Hades is going to do, and how well Hades does. I think personally though, I think Ghost of Tsushima. I generally think Ghost of Tsushima will take the victory. Let me know in the comments what you guys think will take Game of the Year. So you've got Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Animal Crossing, and The Last of Us Part 2. Let me know your vote for Game of the Year in the comments. Leave a like if you liked it. Follow me on Twitter, which is in the description, for more random tweets. And I shall catch you all next time. Have a good night, my friends. All day.